cheating can lead to a completely wasted career, and Vijay Singh is a perfect example of that. His scandal didn't just turn people against him, it tarnished his legacy and overshadowed everything he accomplished. No matter how many victories he earned afterward, his reputation was already ruined. Instead of being remembered for his talent, he became a prime example of how cheating can waste even the most promising careers. At the beginning of his career, he found himself at the center of a controversy that would follow him for quite some time. It all started during the Indonesian Open, a tournament that many golfers dream of competing in. Singh, who was relatively new to the professional golf scene at the time, was desperately trying to make a name for himself. As the tournament progressed, it seemed like he was on the edge of making the cut, that crucial point where players advance to the next stages of the competition. However, things took a turn when allegations surfaced that he had altered his scorecard in order to make the cut. This accusation sent shockwaves through the golfing community. Such actions, if true, would not only break the rules but would tarnish a player's reputation in a sport that prides itself on integrity. The Asian Tour, which oversees the tournament, took these accusations seriously and launched an investigation. After looking into the situation, they came to a firm decision. Singh was banned from the Asian Tour for his actions. However, he has always denied the allegations. He insisted that he didn't alter his scorecard and claimed that the accusations were unfounded. Still, despite his protests, the stain of this incident would linger over him for years to come. No matter how successful he became or how many tournaments he won in the future, people always remembered the shadow of that early controversy. This was his first suspension, but it wouldn't be the last of his professional golfing career. In 2013, Singh found himself in another highly controversial situation later in his career. This time it was related to a substance that would once again spark debates about integrity and fairness in the sport. The substance in question was deer antler spray, which he admitted to using. At first glance, it might sound like an unusual product for a professional golfer to turn to, but it had become somewhat of a trend in the world of sports, especially among athletes looking for a boost in their recovery and performance. The spray, which is derived from deer antlers, contains a compound known as IGF-1, a substance that had been flagged by the PGA Tour as being on their banned list. His use of the spray came to light when a report surfaced in 2013. In the report, he openly admitted to using the deer antler spray, and although he claimed that he didn't know it contained a banned substance, the revelation quickly caused a stir. The PGA Tour wasn't about to let this go unnoticed, and he was hit with a suspension as a result. It was a major blow to his career, and fans, peers, and critics alike were quick to express their opinions. For Singh, it must have felt like history was repeating itself. He had already faced one suspension earlier in his career, and now here he was again, caught up in another scandal. However, this time, the situation took a dramatic turn. As the controversy unfolded, the World Anti-Doping Agency, the global body responsible for overseeing doping rules and regulations, made some important changes to its policies regarding the substance. It turned out that the compound in the deer antler spray, IGF-1, was no longer considered a banned substance under WADA's updated guidelines. This change in the rules meant that Singh's use of the spray was no longer in violation of the regulations that the PGA Tour had originally suspended him for. Given this new information, his suspension was lifted. It was a huge relief for him, but it also raised questions about the consistency of the rules in the world of professional sports. While Singh maintained that he had used the spray without any knowledge of its contents being banned, the incident still left a mark on his career. Despite these controversies, he had a well-established and respected career. But like many professional athletes, he'd sacrificed a lot of personal time in pursuit of success in his sport. While it brought him professional success, it may have come at the cost of his relationship with his own flesh and blood. In 2013, his son Kos was arrested on drug charges. The news was a shock to many, especially given Singh's well-established presence in the professional golf world. As the situation unfolded, Kos publicly shared his frustrations with his father, shedding light on a strained relationship that had existed for some time. In interviews, Kos suggested that his father had been so focused on his career, particularly his golf achievements, that it seemed like his family, including him, had taken a back seat. Kos's arrest and his public comments added a layer of complexity to Singh's life that wasn't just about his golf career anymore. It became a deeply personal issue that many couldn't help but comment on. The world had always seen Singh as the golfer, the professional, the competitor. But now there was a new narrative forming around his personal life, and it wasn't as clean-cut as his golf successes had been. Although Singh was a highly skilled and successful golfer, he wasn't as open about his past struggles as a golfer of his stature typically is. While other athletes and celebrities might open up about their upbringing or the hardships they endured in their rise to fame, Singh has chosen a different path, keeping most of those details to himself. This choice to stay private has naturally sparked curiosity among fans, journalists, and even fellow golfers. People often wonder what Singh's life was really like before he became one of the most respected figures in professional golf. Despite this air of intrigue, it's important to note that, while curiosity has followed him throughout his career, his private nature has kept any major controversies from emerging about his personal life. His reluctance to share personal details may have led to a fair bit of speculation, but it has also protected him from the kind of sensationalized headlines that often follow other public figures. But his legendary career was not significantly affected by these controversies. Growing up, he wasn't just about golf. He played a wide variety of sports. He spent time playing snooker, cricket, football, and, of course, rugby, which was the most popular sport in his country. His father, Mohan Singh, was an airplane technician, but he also had a love for golf and shared that passion with his son, teaching him the basics of the game. Singh was also influenced by some of the greats of the game. One golfer who particularly stood out to him was Tom Weiskopf. Singh admired Weiskopf's smooth, effortless swing and saw it as something to strive for in his own game. He turned professional in 1982 and won the 1984 Malaysian PGA Championship. However, in 1985, he was banned from the Asia golf circuit over allegations of altering his scorecard to make the cut. He disagreed with the severity of the punishment, believing he was unfairly treated. He then worked at various golf clubs, gaining experience despite the setback. He used his savings to restart his career and partnered with sponsor Red Baron, which took him to Africa for the safari circuit. In 1988, he won the Nigerian Open and later qualified for the European Tour. By 1989, he had 4 wins in his first European Tour title, leaving his struggles behind. His career was full of highs and lows, but he always found a way to bounce back. He earned his PGA Tour membership in 1993 and won his first event, the Buick Classic, in a dramatic playoff. That victory led to him being named the 1993 PGA Tour Rookie of the Year. However, he faced injuries in the mid-90s, including back and neck issues, but he persevered, winning the Buick Classic again in 1995 and capturing the Phoenix Open. In 1997, his career took off, with wins at the Memorial Tournament and Buick Open. His major breakthrough came in 1998 when he won the PGA Championship at Sahalee Country Club, earning his first major title. He followed that by winning the Masters in 2000. He went on to have a successful 2001, even though he didn't win a PGA event, finishing with 14 top 10 finishes. By 2002, he was back to winning, capturing titles like the Shell Houston Open and Tour Championship. His success continued through the early 2000s, with 4 wins in 2003 and a career-best 9 victories in 2004. He became the world #1 after winning the Deutsche Bank Championship that year, ending Tiger Woods' 264-week streak at the top. He's won 34 PGA Tour titles, earning him a lifetime exemption on the tour and cementing his legacy as one of the game's greats. He made his PGA Tour Champions debut in 2013, finishing tied for 6th at the Pacific Links Hawaii Championship. He continued to compete in PGA Tour events, even finishing 2nd at the 2016 Quicken Loans National. In 2017, he won his first senior title with Carlos Franco and later claimed several more victories, including the 2018 Constellation Senior Players Championship and the Charles Schwab Cup Championship. And that wraps up today's video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.